Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. JLR investigates boots on the ground. I am in Tucson, Arizona. Come on in, everyone. Come on in. Let's talk. Covering the border migrant crisis. I am in front of a Ramada Inn by the Tucson Airport. Ramada Inn by the Tucson Airport. It looks like it's on Julian. Right near the airport. This hotel is close to the public. They actually put up black signing. They blocked off the Ramada Inn here, and they have signs here. And I'm going to show you what these signs say. And they're perched right on each end. Now, I got a lot of tips and information, and right before I went live, a van pulled in, and probably about 10 people got out and went inside. And there is a van there. But it looks like this Ramada Inn, which is right by the Tucson Airport, is close to the public. It's close to the public. What in the world is going on here at the Ramada Inn? Well, we've been covering the border migrant crisis, reporting from, look at that, see that? It's all, it's interesting. It says Ramada Inn, and then boom. It says interesting, it says Ramada Inn. And then boom, he just was staring at me. Well, people keep coming in and out. People keep coming in and out of this facility, or this hotel. We'll call it a facility, maybe. But there's people here. There's people here. There's people here staying here. And we're just going to take a walk. I'm staying on the public street. I've seen other reports of people here before get intercepted by Tucson and Pima County sheriffs. So I'm going to stay on a public street. Zen 1111 Terrace has been going on for years. What exactly has been going on here? That's what we're trying to understand. What is going on at this Ramada Inn, located in Tucson, right by the airport? Because it sure looks empty to me. But we'll see if there's people. There's people outside here, over here, sitting out here. And we'll see what's going on. Out here covering the border migrant crisis. What's that say? Stay Tucson, it says. Oh, that's trash. I'm passing through Tucson today. I spent the entire day yesterday in Sassabee. I also went up in a plane. Very grateful for the pilot, who will keep anonymous. Very grateful for the pilot to take me on a private plane along the border, which was wild. I went on a private plane, little plane. I think it was a Cessna. I don't know what it was, but it was a tiny plane, and we toured from Sassabee all the way to Nogales, the entire border wall. And I saw all the breaches in the wall, where the wall stops, where the wall ends at certain points of the mountain, migrant camps. Actually seen people along the border wall. It looked like that they crossed in illegally. It's kind of hard to see from 1,000 feet up in the air. And then a border patrol chopper was tailing us the whole time, like watching us. It was pretty wild. I had this chopper. I thought I was actually kind of nervous that I was going to get shot down out of the sky, because this big chopper just we're flying along, and the pilot notifies air traffic control what we're doing, but then border patrol with their chopper comes up and is like right behind us, and it was pretty scary. But it was fascinating. No, it wasn't even scary. I'm not even gonna say it was scary. It was just fascinating. It was just awesome. I was totally grateful to get that. So I'll get that footage out there shortly. And then I went back to Sassabee, and then toward the border wall. I made a video from the port of entry all the way up to the humongous, massive migrant camp. This camp, what I'm going to show you in a little bit, and the video is uploading now, is worth watching. You can see the entire wall from the port of entry going 15 miles to the east. 15 miles to the east, and you can see multiple breaches in the wall. And then also, here's what's interesting, and I put this tweet out. There is a construction company called Spencer Construction Company out of Tucson here, and they are doing things on that border wall. They are actually, I believe, now they're very tight-lipped. They don't want to say to me, talk. Matter of fact, I got approached by some of their workers saying, don't film us on our construction vehicles, backhoes and cranes and whatever, the stuff that hauls the big border wall stuff. I also got approached by 2 security guards that work for them, and they didn't want to be filmed and stuff, and I kind of backed off a little bit, even though it was a public road. Border road there is all public road, and they acknowledge that. But they're doing something on this wall. They're actually, I believe, they're filling in the gaps of where the wall has been breached and where some people are coming in illegally, which is interesting because isn't according to Biden's policies that they're not going to redo the wall, or they're not going to fix or continue construction on the wall. So it makes me wonder who hired Spencer Construction to do wall work. Was it the state of Arizona, Katie Hobbs in the state of Arizona, or was it the federal government? So maybe you guys can look into that, but you'll see it on my videos. They're clearly doing things on the wall. They're clearly working on the gaps, and you'll see it in the video that I share. It goes 15 miles out. Now, once you get to this massive migrant camp, I didn't see anybody there. I saw an abandoned cat. And at this camp, it was just tents. This was bigger than jacumba. There were tents all over the place. It was it was almost like a general store. There was tents with propane, diapers, baby formula, all types of foods, stoves, tents, blankets by the American Red Cross, blankets by Catholic Charities. It was just a humongous camp. And I'm just in shock. And you'll be in shock when you see this video. You'll be in shock. But this is the Ramada Inn. Now, there's trash bags here. There's people staying here. And the rumor has, and I'm not sure because we haven't really seen, I seen a white van pull in before it went live, and people got out. The rumor is that people that are crossed in the United States illegally are staying here at this Tucson Airport Ramada Inn. There's lots of Ramada Inns in Tucson. I think there was 5 total, 4 total. This is the one on Julian, right by the Tucson Airport. This one. What is going on here? See a trash bag. There is people in the front, but again, there's large signs that say no trespassing. So it's kind of like closed off to the public. Now we'll see. See, there's people. There's people walking around in there. So we're gonna just investigate. We're documenting this, educational purposes, reporting purposes, and staying on a public street. Nogales, Arizona, which is to the south of here, they are coming in every 15 minutes or so, just west of Nogales over the hill. There's a massive breach in the wall. They have double walls. They actually have double walls there, but at one point, about a mile west of the port of entry, they have the breach in the wall on both the Mexican side and the American side, where there's no double walls, and people there, that's where people are coming through illegally every 15 minutes. Interesting there that location is a lot of women and children. I haven't really seen single grown men like we've seen in jacumba and what you've seen on footage in like Lukeville, Arizona. A lot of women and children. So I wonder what's going on with that particular operation. I could clearly see in the distance a car going down that narrow ravine and parking maybe about 1,000 feet from the border wall, and then they get out and then the car goes. So it's a continuous pipeline of people coming in. No, they are working on the border wall there, so maybe they're going to stop that. Maybe the governor of Arizona is working with Spencer Construction, or hired Spencer Construction, the state of Arizona, and said, hey, fill these gaps in the wall, because technically it's not rebuilding the wall, it's just fixing what's broken, because there's massive gaps all over the place. And this construction company called Spencer Construction Company, they're clearly on the wall working, and I got video footage. They don't want to be filmed. Maybe they don't want to be filmed for their own security, safety, right? Because cartels might be mad at them for plugging up their loophole and messing up their commerce. That could be a possibility too. But here it is. Not much activity here at the Tucson Airport, Ramada Inn. At the Tucson Airport, Ramada Inn. Not much, but you can see I'll take you to the front, but look, they got a little tent here. Don't know what that's about. Cones. Also, I noticed next door is a huge parking lot next door. And there's another truck going in. They keep I'm glad the reception goes pretty good. We'll see what's going on here. Quite possible some people come out, or what do you think? Have you guys heard about this Ramada Inn? Ramada Inn by the Tucson Airport. Has anyone heard of it? Does anyone know what's going on? Cones, vans down there, and it's closed to the public. It's closed to the public. Right next door, this is their property, I believe. There's more signs that say no trespassing. And there's the giant Ramada Inn sign, but it's all blacked out. Right by the McDonald's. So if anyone wants to document or report themselves or try to figure out what's going on, see what I mean? Can't see it, but it's supposed to say Ramada Inn. It's supposed to say Ramada Inn. Maybe we'll see it from this side. See? Ramada. But it's not open to the public. We'll go back over here. Maybe this parking lot is for there, where the people are coming in right there. For there. You remember the school in San Diego on University Avenue? Remember the school where the migrants were going? Well, that organization has ran out of money. SBSC, I believe, or something. Can someone put the actual acronym? That has apparently, according to reports, have shut down due to running out of money. SBCS. SBCS. So you got a completely empty hotel here, or is it not empty? Is there people in here? You definitely have vehicles going in and out. I definitely saw a van. Look at that cactus. Look at that cactus. Does anyone know what's going on here at the Ramada Inn? Who's paying? If this Ramada Inn is closed to the public and people are coming in, staying here that came into the United States illegally, look. Got some people standing out here. We'll go see what's going on. We'll go see what's going on. Maybe they speak English. That guy waved. Okay, we got people. Now, we be respectful and JLR investigates if someone wants to interview. Hola, how are you doing? Hi guys. Hola. Is this open to the public? Do you guys speak English? No English. Where are you from?
French.
You're French. Where are you from? Where are you going? What? Donde vos? Where are you? Los Angeles, New York. Where are you going?
New York.
You're going to New York?
Yeah.
Are you going to the airport?
Sí.
Yeah. Are you staying here?
Sí.
Staying. Yeah. I'm trying to check in. You can't check in. Yeah, me. I want to stay here. I want to know what's going on here. So you're going to New York.
Yeah.
When are you going to New York?
Sí.
Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you. Okay, guys. Okay. So he said he speaks French, and he's on his way to New York, and he's staying here. Hola. ¿Dónde vas? San Francisco? Where are you going? Los Angeles? Chicago? Huh? Boston? Come here. Good morning. ¿Qué pasa? What city? Buenos días.
Me llamo Felipe Coronado. Voy para Boston.
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 Massachusetts.
Ah.
Sí.
Airplane?
Sí,
Ah,
sí.
mucho, mucho.
Mucho. Ahorita esperando el vuelo a la 1 de la tarde. El vuelo para Phoenix, de Phoenix a Boston.
Gotcha. Okay, God bless you.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Amable, gusto saludarle. Gracias.
All right, so we said he's going to Phoenix, then he's going to Boston. So we got confirmation more or less, right? Most of the people here are going around the country to different cities. Most likely the people that came here crossed into the United States illegally from somewhere on most likely the Arizona border, southern Arizona border, particularly the Tucson sector. I think that's probably the #1 border crossings right now in the United States, since Eagle Pass is kind of tightening it down in Texas. People crossing in Texas is plummeting. They're all coming to Tucson sector, which is Nogales, Sassabee, maybe even Lukeville. I'm not sure about Lukeville. Naco. I went to Naco. I went to Bisbee. Went to Douglas. I got videos coming out all there. It's another situation. Seems different though in Naco. That's Cochise County. And I was in Cochise County for a whole day, surveying the area down there all day long, from just west of Nogales all the way to Douglas, really all the way to the New Mexican border. But that whole area, based off the reports that I've seen and the ranchers that I've spoken to, I've interviewed a lot of ranchers off camera because they fear for their safety. They own ranches all over Miracle Valley. If you go south of Miracle Valley, probably from that main road there, Miracle Valley, that goes to Naco, down to the border wall, there's lots of ranches in between. Well, the ranchers who spoke to me off camera have told me that they're coming through, but they're the gotaways. They don't want to be caught. And they're coming through like massively, like almost hundreds a day at different parts of that border wall, which there's really no border patrol out there. And they're coming through in groups, camouflage. They're wearing camouflage. They're wearing backpacks. They're wearing dark clothing, and they're blending in through the ranches. And they go work their way up to the main road there in Miracle Valley, and either get picked up or continue their journey. But they don't want to be caught. So if they do get caught, those are the ones that most likely will probably be deported back. I can't see how they could be processed at a border patrol station and then come to something like this, a hotel. But yeah, this is the Ramada Inn. So we've got confirmation of people here that are going to cities throughout the United States. And as you know, on JLR Investigates, we never be disrespectful to anyone that we have encountered. We don't cause no trouble. We're just here documenting and talking and trying to get an understanding of this entire process. We're trying to understand what's going on, how this all works, what's going on with the hotels, what's going on with the NGOs, what's going on with everything. So I'm gonna spin the camera back around, but now we have confirmation. We have a visual. We got the signs here that are blacked off. So somebody just said, JLR, will you show more of the New Mexico? New Mexico is interesting because I think there's only like literally maybe 3 ports of entry in New Mexico, or at least 2 that I know of. Antelope Wells, which I went to, which was it from Douglas, Arizona to Antelope Wells. If you were going to do Mexico, I could have took dirt roads from Douglas, Arizona, all the way to, I don't know if you could get to Antelope Wells. You could definitely get into New Mexico on that southern part, going directly east from Douglas. But that would have took so much longer. But to get from Douglas, Arizona to Antelope Wells, New Mexico, you have to go north, then you have to go east, then you have to go south. It's a 2.5-hour swing. And it's literally out. That could be the most remote place I've ever been to in my life. More remote than Area 51 area or other areas in Utah when I was covering Dillon Rounds way out there. That area was very remote. So you got Antelope Wells. I looked up. You also have Columbus, New Mexico. Didn't get that far to that port of entry. And then you got, I think, over by El Paso. I think there's 3, at least 2 ports of entry. There's not many ports of entry. Now, I saw personally in Antelope Wells, just east of Antelope Wells, the border wall comes to a complete end. From that point, it's more or less just barbed wire. Maybe it's not even barbed wire. There's no border wall about a mile east of Antelope Wells, and it probably goes all the way close to Columbus, and then, you know, these ports of entry. See, it's what's strange about these entire border is these ports of entry. There's somebody right there. What's strange about these ports of entry is these border walls or the barriers, whatever you want to call it, they're always at the ports of entry, in the major ports of entry. And they expand out about 5 to 10 miles to the east and west of these ports of entries. But once you go outside these ports of entry, then the border walls start going away. They either go up to a mountain and they stop at a mountain, or they turn into barriers, like smaller barriers, those kind of cross barriers that are only this high, like 3 feet high, or barbed wire fences. So, you know, if you're really serious about securing the border, you need to get an actual border wall doing the entire border. Just look at jacumba, right? Same thing. There's border wall there, and it stops at the mountain, and the cartels drop people off at the edge of the mountain where the border wall ends, and they just walk right in. But that's what I've been seeing in Nogales, just south of here in Nogales, right? Border wall, double barrier. But if you go east Nogales and go right by Keno Springs, border wall comes to an end. It just turns into barbed wire. Goes all the way to basically Naco, or that mountain pass, Montezino Pass or something like that. That pass right there west of Naco. That's where the border wall starts again. Then it goes all the way, you know, border wall goes to Naco, all the way to Douglas, and then east of Douglas disappears. It disappears. So, you know, it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. Lukeville has a border wall. I was considering going down to Lukeville today, but I think the situation in Lukeville has been contained in that right now. According to, I know a grassroots journalist that's been down there. He has great stuff. His name is Jeff. I don't know if you guys know this guy. He's been out there for months out there documenting he pretty much documents everything that came out of Lukeville. A lot of the videos that you've seen of Lukeville are his. But he's been down there, and I corresponded. What's going on here? What's this? Gray lines. Gray lines. Gray lines, Arizona. But he said it's quiet right now, I believe. And plus the border road there is kind of closed, so it's hard to get to Lukeville and be on the actual border. Possibly somebody being picked up. We will see. See if anyone gets in the bus. I'm just going to sit here a minute and see if anyone gets in the bus. Probably taking them to the airport. You're right. That looked like a airport like transport van to the airport. The airport is right here. This is Tucson Airport. This is on Julian. This is the Ramada Inn that's shut down. Probably stop here multiple times a day. This hotel looks like it holds a few hundred. I don't know how many rooms. If anyone could look up how many rooms are here, it's safe to say it's probably full. Oh, look. What do we got? So as we wait and see what happens here, if anything at all, I'm just curious to see what happens here. So I'm just being patient, folks. JLR investigates. I am at the Ramada Inn, outside the Ramada Inn in Tucson, Arizona. Doesn't look like anything happened. Very, very interesting, folks. I waved to the driver did not wave back. I usually wave to everybody. Regardless of who coming in, I just wave. Sometimes I wave, sometimes I don't. Sometimes people are friendly. We know we're always friendly when JLR investigates. People that are just jumping on. This entire hotel is holding migrants that have been came into the country illegally are staying at this hotel. We just spoke to a few of them, broken English, very nice people that we spoke to there, and they said that they're going to cities. One said Boston. Where was the other guy? Where was the French guy going? $172 rooms. Thanks for sharing that information. New York. Oh, yeah, he said New York, right? So you got New York and Boston. Before I came on live, there was a van that unloaded. I was trying to race and get this live. All right, so just I'm just gonna sit here and talk. Oh, look, what's going on? People are coming out. What's going on? Backpacks. All right, somebody just left. 2 people just left, and they're going out that way. See what's going on. But let me just tell you real quick what JLR is up to. On my way to Jacumba Springs. A lot of things are going on in Jacumba. That's what we see over here. I'm gonna go over here a minute. Jacumba Springs. I'm going to Jacumba Springs. I'll be up there. That's a major place where people from the other side of the world are coming in. China, Middle East, Turkey. Oh, here we go. So the hotel is back there. The hotel entrance is right over here. Another thing I've noticed a lot where they have these hotels specifically for migrants is they're always tucked away far in the cut, or they either have fencing that, you know, the 6 foot high fencing that's all tarped up, windows all tarped up, or back in the back of areas. See, there's signs here actually that say here, no trespassing, no trespassing. Like literally on that road up there that say this area. This could be corporate center property. I'm on a public easement here right on the side of the road. But all around the particular facility, these signs that say no trespassing, no trespassing, no trespassing, which is very interesting too. But this is it. If you guys want to come investigate or look, just report that I am in front of the McDonald's on Julian. All right, so let me know what you think. You guys got an idea. I'm going to cover more. Check out my videos. I'm posting the Sassabee video coming out shortly, and also the aerial footage from the border wall, going down the border wall from an airplane, which was amazing stuff. So you guys get to see that. So we'll talk soon. Share this video out. Sub to the channel. Like it. Notification button. JLR Investigates. Ramada Inn, Tucson Airport, Julian. There's I-10 right there. I-10 right there. We'll talk soon, everyone. JLR Investigates. And if you just jumped on, reverse this. I talked to a couple people outside and trying to get an understanding of what's going on. We'll talk soon.